Hey, it's Just Ask Thursdays. Sorry, I've got my thing tinging away at me here. New locale tonight, so it's a little covert dating feedback for you this evening. It's Just Ask Thursdays at 9 p.m. every Thursday night. I'm talking to you about dating and relationships and taking any questions live during the show and giving you some actionable items, answers, if you will, on how to navigate your way gracefully through dating and finding that meaningful relationship. My name is Andrea Hill. I am the founder and creator of The Dinner Party, which is a company I just launched in this past year. Its mandate is to help people date well from a heart-based place to find meaningful relationships. Part of what I do is I host and curate dinner tables of people that complement each other so that they have an opportunity to connect authentically over an amazing meal. And then I connect those that feel like they resonated or connected with those at the table. So just a little housekeeping. I am heading to the Okanagan Valley, and I will be hosting a series of 4 dinners throughout the Okanagan Valley, Vernon south to Osoyoos, curating tables of people that are looking for love. I used to live in the Okanagan, and I know dating life in the valley can be tough. So I am coming back to help mix that up and make it a more fun and enjoyable experience to meet really great people that click and complement you and bring fun back to dating. So that's happening this July. Any questions, you can always email me at info@jointhedinnerparty.com. And as well, I'm very happy to announce that I have launched my first wellness dating workshop. It launches this June 28th, which is a Sunday, full day workshop. This one is for girls or women only, guys, sorry. But we're focusing on the whole letting go of the bad dating hoo-ha and garbage and stuff that might be setting you up for a really difficult challenge in finding a healthy, happy dating life because you're holding on to old beliefs. So I've got a wonderful afternoon of exercises and discussion that'll help give you the tools to help release some of those old beliefs and have you reclaiming some really positive attitudes and affirmations to get you moving forward and having a really enjoyable dating life. And end game, of course, is to meet someone really wonderful. So I digress. I'm going to move out of housekeeping and right into the juicy bits of this Thursday Just Ask session. A couple of things have come up in this last week. We have had a lot of discussion coming up with my clients with regards to sort of the rules of, or what is the meaning behind law of attraction. So law of attraction is kind of a magical thing, and if you can really embrace that what you put out there is really what you draw back to you, is sort of the nuts and bolts of it, if you will. So if you're focusing on negative things from your dating past, or you find yourself being really judgmental about those around you, or you have these preconceived or unconsciously embraced beliefs that men are all one way, or women are all one way, or where I live, there's no good, enter women, men, that's exactly what you're going to get. So if you've got some negative attitudes or beliefs that you're packing around right now, or you've slid into the pool of cynicism when it comes to dating, it is time to let those things go, because that's all you're going to be attracting into your life if you are embracing those attitudes. Law of attraction is you focusing on yourself, You being a dateable, fantastic individual that's got a full, happy life, then you're going to attract that kind of person into your life. It's really that simple. So if you're focusing on the outside of what's happening around you and are sounding a little bit like a victim, unfortunately, that's going to explain a lot of what's happening in your dating life. So you're saying things like, I'm only getting creeps, or why are only married men attracted to me, or XYZ. You really, instead of looking out and passing judgment, you need to start looking in. So we attract what we're projecting. And if you're thinking, girl, you are out of your mind, that is not the case. I am a peach, and that's just not what's happening. I've got so much to give. I would honestly sit back and do a little reflection on some of your most recent dating experiences and think on what things about those people that really rubbed you the wrong way. You were either on the date or doing a little reflection post-date, which I recommend all of you should be doing out there. Don't be numbly dating away. Reflecting upon what had happened, or when you're in the middle of it and someone either says something, does something, they're late, it's a mannerism, something, some view that they've articulated, and it triggers something in you, then you need to stop and think, why is that bugging me so much? And it can't be explained away as simply as being it's rude or anything else. There's something within you that is a mirror of what that behavior is that's bugging you. It could be something that's unresolved from, I hate to get all psychology on you here, but basis in your childhood, a relationship with your parents, or maybe some of your first romantic experiences that you have taken on and have a little bit of that going on inside you, that when others are doing it, it's rubbing you the wrong way. And it's when those things happen that it's easy to slide into sort of that comfortable blaming place, that little bit of a victim role, which is pretty hard to admit. But when you start owning what's bugging you and figuring out where it's originating from, that's when the whole paradigm shifts and you can start sliding into that ownership of self, doing your own work, and being in a great place where you can start inviting, attracting the right kind of people into your life. And it's such a dramatic shift. I've seen it so many times, but a lot of the time with dating, we don't have enough presence or ownership of self to realize that it's our stuff that is attracting the wrong people as opposed to circumstance. There are amazing individuals in every city around the globe. It's sometimes, but more often than not, a matter of location. It's a matter of attitude. So there's a little reflection for you with regards to laws of attraction. Are you living your best life? Are you operating from an attitude of positivity? Are you someone that you would want to date? Because unless you are and you're celebrating yourself, you really can't be expecting to be bringing people into your life that aren't a reflection of yourself, in the sense of them being interesting, happy, curious individuals. So chew on that just a little bit. But really, it's a huge game changer. And you guys have heard me talk about game changers in the past. That is like top of the list. Doing that self-reflection and thinking about, and this is what I do in my discovery sessions with every guest that comes to the dinner party. I sit down and we do a relationship history, which gives me a good, really understanding of what your dating history and relationship history has been like. And even through just asking some questions, which you can do for yourself, it's amazing the little aha moments or the epiphanies that will come up. And you're like, oh, yeah, it's me choosing those people. Oh, it's my attitude about this that's inviting those individuals. Or I know I don't want that, but it's my lack of boundaries or maybe self-worth that is allowing those things to happen to me, because the only thing that you have control over is you. Nobody else. No one can make you feel or do anything to you. It is all a matter of choice. So just consider that. So we're going to dive into some of the questions that have been sent in tonight, because I like to keep this under a half hour, especially when I'm by myself, so I'm not rambling at you guys out there. I had a really great question come up from Kevin. And I'll touch base and just review that I make sure that I'm answering it correctly for you, Kevin. But what I understand from the basis of what you sent to me was you've been, and we all do, when you're dating, you've been investing a lot of resources, and that can mean anything from financial, because you're taking people out for dinner or spending time with them, and there's a cost attached to that. But also it's a lot of emotions, it's time, it's energy. This is the reality of dating. Now, to not feel like it's such a taxing thing, there's some little key things that I want you to keep in mind. Depending on how you're meeting people, you're always wanting to, and I hope you're doing this with everything in your life, whether you're purchasing a new car, I hate to make the relation, but anything that is of value or that you're investing yourself in, you want to qualify and quantify what you're allowing into your life. So if you've met a dynamic person on the street, or whether it be online or you're using Tinder, whatever the means is that you are connecting with others, you want to give yourself not a long, but a short amount of time frame that you are having maybe a little bit of emailing or texting going back, and then you're getting that individual on the phone, and you are not being shy to ask the questions that you need to know, which you have to figure out for yourself, whether or not this person is someone that you want to invest your time or heart space in. So that can be everything from just having a regular conversation and seeing what timing and humor comes into play. You can ask them about, the no-brainer stuff. Do you live here? How long have you lived here? What do you love doing in the city that you're in? You could ask a little bit about family, the things that they find interesting. And if none of those things, especially like you get to question 2 and they just aren't clicking or resonating with you, then that's when you gracefully bow out and you continue in your search or being open to what people present themselves to you. You don't want to have like a maybe, and then you go and you have your initial meet. You're not going on a date right away. You're having a little pre-meet. So mid-afternoon or weekend, you're going for a walk and a coffee. It's not a huge investment for either one of you. But if you're not really vibing on it and feeling that there's a click there, or there's enough for you to be curious to further a conversation with them, then you end it there. You don't want to be rapidly dating every single night and then getting burnt out and frustrated. That's not an effective use of your time or theirs either. You also brought up that you had this really statistical way of breaking down sort of the kind of women that you have been interacting with. I believe it was 65 to 70% of the women that you are meeting are, you meet and you spend time with them to discover that they're just not that into you. And then another 15% that, you're interested in, but they're not, they're interested in you and you're not necessarily interested in them. And then another 15% that it's a bit mutual, but only 1 to 5% of those women just think you're the cat's meow. So The breakdown of that question has lots of information in it already. So as much as I love a statistical brain, I need you to get out of your head. Breaking things down that way, I know you're doing it to try and grasp an understanding of your situation and what it is that you're doing with dating. But you're using too much of your right brain, and I want you to tap into your left side, more emotional side of thinking. So instead of it being a numbers game, which dating is in a sense, you're going to date lots of different people of quality before you find that really special person that you want to invest and that you click with. And some of those people might be like 3-month dates. So I'm a big believer that when you click with someone and you're sort of feeling each other out, there's sort of a 3-month guideline. It's like the 7-year itch that people talk about with marriage. The 3-month is you're starting to establish an semblance of a relationship, and that's when you start sinking into each other's lives, introducing family and friends within that time and sussing each other out. But it's within there that you know that I want you to sort of look inwards and think about how that person is making you feel, and get out of the numbers game at that sense. So at the end of your 3 months, you'll find that you're either like, yeah, this is someone I really want to invest my time in, and I miss them when I don't see them. I want to reach out and connect with them outside of my normal sort of communication parameters. So if you're, once or twice a week, but you're feeling like you want to reach out to and connect with this person more than that, that's a great indicator. When you're out, you want to be close with them. When something happens, you want to share things with them. Those are all great indicators that this is someone that you want to invest more time in, and that the relationship has the possibility of legs. The others, if you're sitting from a place of feeling how you are with this person, do you light up? Do you feel smart, powerful, manly, that you're the best part of yourself when you're around this other person? Do you find value in what it is that they have to say? Are they adding value to your life? Are you curious about them? Do you find them exciting? How are you feeling when you're with them? I want you to tap more into that instead of the percentile breakdown of what it is that you've been doing. It sounds like maybe you're dating too many people and agreeing to possibly go out on dates or arranging dates yourself that just aren't vibing with you. And less is more, quality over quantity, if you will. If you're lucky enough for any of you out there to find someone right away, you don't have to date millions of people to find them. But, the whole joy of a really meaningful relationship, or something that when you meet someone and you love them and you fall in love and you want to say those 3 words and mean it behind it, it taking a bit of time, you value them that much more. It's like saving up for something really special and then finally getting it instead of it just landing in your lap. It's an investment. It's an investment of you, but you can qualify each person that you interact with based on looking in how you feel. If you get off the phone with someone and you've talked for 5 minutes and you thought, wow, what a breath of fresh air, I can't wait to talk to her again, that's someone that you're going to say, hey, let's go for a date and spend some more time together. That makes sense to me. But if you get off and it's kind of blasé, or you talk at least twice and you're still getting that same feeling, it's best to bow out gracefully and not waste their time or yours. Now, you mentioned a 1 to 5% of that 15% that was digging you think like you're all that in a bag of chips. So where did those people go? I'd love for you to message me, Kevin, and thinking, if you've met girls that think you're fantastic and you're vibing on them too, then you really want to be taking the time to ensure that you're not missing out. Like that should be it. Like that you want that 1%. When you find that great girl that thinks you're amazing and everything that you say and do is golden, and you're equally as attracted to them, then who cares about the 99%? That girl is the one that you want to invest your time in and put the effort into to keep. That's the gems. Don't let, options, that's a problem with online dating. It's like grass is greener, grass is greener. There's so many choices that you get numbed out and you're not even seeing the true value of some people that are right in front of your face. Don't fall into that trap. If you're meeting someone and they're lighting you up, then dig in and lay claim. And let them know. Don't play peekaboo or anything else. Communicate out there, people. You got to let people know when you think that they're really special. And in the same breath, also give the relationship the room and space it needs to grow. Don't get needy. Needy's ugly. Happy, affirming, communicative, that's sexy. But the needy and possessive stuff, that's your own work. You need to figure out why you're behaving that way, because that's your stuff, and it's really unattractive and not nice to be putting on someone else. So I hope that helps answer your question, Kevin. So get out of the math brain, get into the feeling place that you're in. And if you still have that, 1 to 5% gal hanging around, or for some reason she's just recently slipped away, pick up the phone, call her and get her out again, because those are the people that you want to hang on to, invest your heart space in. So I'm going to wrap up and leave it there for tonight, short and sweet. However, I'm going to let you know that any of you that are wanting some juicy dating advice on a weekly basis outside of Just Ask Thursdays, I've got a great article that's written by not only myself, but I have a contributing writer by the name of Dernica Cruz, who is a holistic sexual therapist out of New York City. And this week's Dating Intelligence is so good. I reached out to her and said, oh, this month, Dernica, you need to be talking about, sexual relations and communication in the bedroom. There are too many people out there that are maybe jumping into sex too fast, or you've established enough of a relationship that it seems like it's the natural next step, but you're jiving out in the world and then you get in the bedroom and it's like, ooh, oh, why does he do that? Or, I can't stand it when she does that. And that does not need to mean the end of everything. It needs to mean outside of the bedroom, you guys need to have a conversation about what you do and do not like in the bedroom. And if you've made an investment in yourself, so doing a little self-loving out there, everyone masturbates. It's not a news flash. If you're blushing, it's that might be something you need to visit intellectually as well. But knowing what you like through your experience and what you don't like through your experience with past partners, spending your time with yourself through masturbation or use of tools or other experiences that you have had, you need to have those conversations when you're in the bedroom. And if it goes awry, you can gently and effectively communicate with your partner what you do and do not like. Men love to hear what you like. They want to please you in the bedroom. And ladies, faking it, just don't. It doesn't help anyone, and it negatively affects the guys without it being like an obvious hit over the head. They know when things aren't going well, or if you're over enthusiastic, it just doesn't feel authentic. The bedroom is a place to deepen your connection with your partner. This is a place to take your relationship to another level and connect in that deep, soulful place. So it's all about the communication, and Dernika gives you 5 beautiful principles to utilize and think about and discuss with your partner before or while you're in the bedroom. So I invite you to go over to jointhedinnerparty.com, Dating 101 under Dating Intelligence. It just was released today. She does an article once a month. I encourage you to subscribe for lots of juicy goodness. I'm writing in there as well with lots of heart-based wisdom to share with all of you, and that can end up in your inbox every Thursday and help you navigate your way through dating that much more gracefully. So thank you so much again for joining me this Thursday for Just Ask. I love hearing your questions. Continue to send them in early at info@jointhedinnerparty.com, or you can tweet at me live during the show at jointhedp. So I'll see you next Thursday, and get on over to the Facebook page to see what's coming up. Again, I've got that workshop, and I'm going to be in the Okanagan for the month of July. So looking forward to seeing all of you soon, or getting your questions in, and I hope to see you at the table at the next dinner party. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.